Now, police in Birmingham are warning that it's just a matter of time before someone is killed as a result of illegal car racing on public roads.
Car cruising, where hundreds of drivers use A roads as unofficial racetracks, is a problem in several parts of the UK. Jenny Hill's on the A47 in Birmingham with more. Jenny, explain what's happening.
Well, you can see for yourself, this is a fairly typical dual carriageway just outside of the city centre. But at night, once a week, in recent years, it's become the venue for illegal car racing. It's a problem in many parts of the UK, but the police here were extremely concerned. They say it's putting lives at risk, so they decided to crack down and covertly film what happens here. They've given us exclusive access to that footage. It's a Sunday night in Birmingham. This is a public road. He's just a child. This is so-called street racing. It's fast and it's dangerous. By day, it's hard to imagine hundreds of cars speeding up and down this stretch of road. It's just 1 mile long. The speed limit is 40 miles an hour, yet police say they've clocked people here doing well over 120.
They'll race from that point there right through to the traffic island, which is just a bit further down. A lot of people think it's boy racers. They're generally male, generally middle-aged, in the main quite law-abiding citizens that have driving licences, have insurance, spend a lot of money on their cars. But their actions can take or change lives. These pictures were filmed by race goers. As you can see, there are plenty of accidents. Tim used to love fast cars until he was knocked down by one during a street race. He was 14. We interviewed Tim with the help of his sister.
B, C, cars. Watch out and don't get into sports cars.
Back in the Midlands, police surveillance has led to the identification of 400 offenders. Already half have been fined or lost their licences. As for the young boy, social services are now working with his family. Well, since that operation, West Midlands Police say the problem here has been vastly reduced. Let me introduce you to Superintendent Danny Long from the police force. Good morning to you, Danny. Thanks for joining us. We know that the problem has reduced on this particular stretch of road. How do you know that that's permanent, and how do you know it won't just spring up in another road in another part of the county?
Yeah, it is a concern. Obviously, we've had some tremendous success here. Over 400 individuals identified, and 200 have received bans or so. But those bans are not specific to just this area. They will follow these individuals around any part of the country that they go and start this street racing. And of course, we share information with our neighbouring forces and other areas of the city to make sure that we enforce that so we can replicate the success that we've had here.
Are the sentences being passed down to these people enough of a deterrent, do you think?
Sentences vary with regards to fines or bans, but if someone is disqualified from driving and again they go before the courts, then of course they could face jail. With the Community Safety Partnership, we've managed to issue 120 plus injunctions, and if to stop people coming back to this area and to either participate in or watch these events. And if those injunctions are breached, then our powers extend to actually seizing their vehicles and ultimately crushing them.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Superintendent Danny Long from West Midlands Police. Well, for the time being, it's hoped that this recent operation has cracked down on the problem, because I don't know about you, but driving around these roads, particularly early in the morning, coming across one of those illegal races must be terrifying, not of course to mention extremely dangerous. Back to you.
Jenny, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Jenny. Let me tell you what's coming up a little bit later on the programme.